हेलो एवरीवन, गुड इवनिंग। प्लीज़ कंफर्म कि आपको मेरी आवाज़ सुनाई दे रही है और स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रही है कम्प्लीटली। हेलो खुशी, गुड इवनिंग। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक क्वांट से, विच इज़ एवरेज मिक्सचर एंड एलिगेशन। ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जिससे फ्रिक्वेंटली हर स्लॉट में हर साल क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं ना। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट यू विल ऑल्सो सी क्वेश्चंस इन LRDI section from average mixture and alligation. There was a year where almost every slot there was a question from average mixture alligation. I guess that was year 2021. So it's a very important topic of your syllabus, and if you have a good hold on this topic, then you can definitely attempt questions based on this and get it correct within the given time limit. Okay, so here is what we are going to do today, that we are going to have a quick revision of this topic. We are going to understand averages, mixtures and alligation. How do we apply those concepts, and then we are going to solve some good questions. Okay, sounds good, right? So starting with the concepts, first of all, in case of average, what do we know about average? So average is equal to sum of all the terms upon number of terms, है ना, sum of all the terms upon number of terms. One very important concept, that the average of a group of numbers always lie between minimum to maximum, right? So all of these will be equal to minimum or maximum. The average will be equal to the maximum when all the numbers are same, or minimum, both of these will be same. But other than that, if numbers are not same, then you take the maximum number, you take the minimum number, and the average will lie between those two numbers. Okay, this is a very important concept. And apart from that, in case of average, there is a concept which is really good concept, which I call deviation, right? Which is known by deviation. You must have practiced lots of questions based on deviation, correct? What is this deviation? Let's say there are 50 students 50 students in a class, and their average weight is, let's say, 60 kg. Their average weight is 60 kg. Now there is one more student, okay, one more student joining this class, and the weight of this student is nothing but, let's say, 111 kg. So what will be the average of whole class at this time? So we don't need to do any calculation to solve this type of question. See, you need to understand here that अगर स्टूडेंट, जो न्यू स्टूडेंट है, उसका जो वेट है अगर वो 60 kg है, तो एवरेज चेंज नहीं करेगा, है ना, एवरेज बिल्कुल भी चेंज नहीं करेगा. So what's the deviation here? The deviation from the average is this, and this deviation will be distributed among 51 people. So now 51 upon 51, which is equal to 1. So the average will deviate by 1, will increase by 1. So the new average will be equal to 60 plus 1, that is equal to 61 kg, है ना, 60 plus 1, that is equal to 61 kgs. This is how you can use the deviation. Now if someone is going from the group, that once again I am going to take the same example, that there are 50 students and their average weight is 60 kg, okay, and one student left, and what happened, let's say the weight of this student is x kg. Now the new average is equal to something like 58 kgs. So what is the value of x? How quickly you find it? Tell me, how quickly can you find it? 50 students, average is 60 kg, one student left with the x kg weight, new average is 58 kg. So how do you find it? What will be the new average? Do you need to do all the calculation, finding the total before, find the total after, and find the difference, or is there something else we can do here? बताओ क्या होगी वैल्यू यहाँ पे? Any idea how to solve this one? Everyone tell me if you have any answers here. देखो इसको रिवर्स में भी ले सकते हैं, वी कैन ऑल्सो गो इन रिवर्स कि पहले 49 स्टूडेंट्स का जो एवरेज है वो कितना है 58 केजी है. सो अगर इस स्टूडेंट का जो वेट है अगर 58 केजी होता तो एवरेज चेंज नहीं करता, बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस द एवरेज इज चेंजिंग बाय 2. द एवरेज इज चेंजिंग बाय 2 फॉर हाउ मेनी पीपल? For 49 people, right? For 49 people. So this difference is 2, and this difference is 2. If this guy had weight of 58, the average will not change. So 58 will keep there, and the difference is 2. So 50. How many people are there? 49, right? So 50 into 2. What will happen? This is equal to nothing but 158 kgs. This will be the weight of this student. This will be the value of x who left. Okay, so now you can again think about this, that the student who left, because of this student left, the average decreased, right? So this the weight of this student must be at least at 60 plus, because of this student the average of rest of the 49 students decreasing by 2. So he is taking 2 from each of these students, right? 2 from each of these students, of 49 into 2. Once again 158 kgs. देखो, is that clear now? Previously यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया कि 49 स्टूडेंट्स थे, उनका एवरेज 58 है. इसके आने की वजह से 2 वेट बढ़ गया है, एवरेज 2 से बढ़ गया, तो 58 तो होना ही चाहिए, प्लस इंक्लूडिंग दिस गाय 2 एक्स्ट्रा ऑन everyone. So 50 into 2. So both the cases you can use either this one or this one. So ये डेविएशन मेथड बहुत ही कमाल का है. इफ़ यू अंडरस्टैंड इट प्रॉपरली यू कैन सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस वेरी वेरी इजली. एवरेजेस क्वेश्चन. नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस एवरेजेस में और क्या है हमें समझने को? व्हेन टर्म्स आर इन अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन, दैट इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट व्हेन टर्म्स आर इन अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन और इन arithmetic progression, then the average of all the terms is equal to the median. If you write them, what is median? If you write some observation into increasing order, the middle term will be the median. Middle term will happen when there are odd number of terms, but if there are even number of terms, then there will be 2 middle terms. So average of that will be the median. So whenever terms are in AP, then the average will be median. As simple as that. Okay. This is average. Now if we talk about nothing but weighted average. So in case of weighted average, what do we know? In case of weighted average, so weighted average AW is equal to A1 into N1, A2 into N2 till AK into NK divided by N1 plus N2 till NK. This is the weighted average of K groups. How many groups? K groups. है ना? The average of first group is A1 and number of terms in that group is N2, N1. Average of second group is A2 and number of terms in that group is N2. These are called weights. N1, N2, N3, Nk are weights. Even if we don't know the actual weights, but their ratio, we can find the average weight. Instead of actual number of terms, even if we are aware of their ratio, that number of ratio of the number of terms in each group is given, then also we can find it. Like if I want to find what will be the average, let's say there are 3 groups, group 1, group 2 and group 3, and we have average, and we have number of terms. Average is, let's say, 55, 63, 72, and then we have number of terms as let's say 18, and then 36, and then 54. So what will be the weighted average of this whole group, taking all the groups together? So one way to find it is we can multiply 55 into 18 plus 63 into 36 plus 72 into 54 divided by 18 plus 36 plus 54. बट दिस विल बी वेरी कैलकुलेटिव. यहाँ पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं, इसकी जगह पे डायरेक्टली रेशियो ले सकते हैं 1:2:3, और यहाँ पे हम यूज कर सकते हैं क्या, यहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हैं डेविएशन मेथड, दैट आवर एज्यूम मीन इज 63. सो दिस विल बी माइनस, दिस इज -8 and this is plus 9, correct? So instead of doing this, we can take our assumed mean as 63 plus, what's the deviation here, -8. What's the weight, 1. Then this will become 0, and this is, the deviation is 9 and the weight is 3, and this will be divided by 1 plus 2 plus 3. So now we are able to calculate this very easily. 27 minus 8 is 19 upon 6. So कितना हो गया, 66.33. You cannot calculate this faster than this one. 66.16, right? 1 by 6 is 0.166. So you can see, if you use the deviation method as well as this concept, that instead of actual frequency, instead of actual weights, if you use their ratio, still you can solve this, है ना? So this is the magic of weighted average. This is the magic of deviation, है ना? Okay. Now, then let's talk about alligation now. So where do we use alligation? Whenever you have three averages of same type, we use averages, है ना? In a solution there is 50% milk, in another solution there is 60% milk, and taking these two together there is 52% milk. In what ratio these two are mixed? So in those kind of situations we have alligation. Like there is a group of people with average salaries 10,000 rupees. There is another group of people, average salary is 50,000 rupees. Then taking both of them together, the average salary of all the group of all the people is 42,000 rupees. What is the ratio of number of people in group 1 and group 2? In those type of situations, whenever you need to find number of terms in first group upon second group, you can do this, AW minus A1 upon N2 minus AW. This is what we use in here, A1, A2 and AW. Okay. So A1 minus AW, है ना? A1, sorry, this will be 1 second. This should be A2 and this should be A1, है ना? So in that case, A1 minus AW, and this will be AW minus A2. This will be the ratio of number of terms in first group and second group. This is what we have here, right? N1 is to N2. Now you need to use this carefully so that you can find the answer quickly. Now this concept can be used in you can say SI and CI as well. You can use this in profit loss discount topic as well. But how? We will see it during the questions. Okay. So is that clear to everyone? If you have any doubts, there are three particular concepts in averages. First, averages with deviation. Second, the weighted average. And the third is this one. If you have any questions regarding any of these questions, then you can let me know. Okay. Otherwise, let's practice few questions, and we will try to discuss as many questions as possible, starting with a very easy question. Okay. So try this one. Shiv Naresh. Okay, Shiv Naresh, your request is noted. We'll try to take one lecture on SI and CI installment, right, or loan. Okay. See, this much time is enough to solve these type of questions, guys. है ना? This much time is enough. The average marks in English subject of a class of 24 students is 56. If the marks of 3 students were misread as 44, 45 and 61 against actual marks of 48, 59 and 67 respectively, then what would be the correct average? So, number of students, number of terms is same. Whenever you have number of terms same, you can directly use the deviation and solve the question. So, from 44 to 48, there is a deviation of 4, right? From 55 to 59, 45 to 59, there is a deviation of 14. And from 61 to 67, there is a deviation of 6. So, what we can say? It says correct average. So, correct average will be equal to old average, which is 56 plus what's the deviation? So, 4 here and then 14 here and then 6 here divided by 24. So, that is equal to 56 plus 1, which is nothing but 57. 57 will be the correct answer. We don't need to do any other calculations in these type of questions. Saloni, correct answer. Dhruvit, correct answer. Khushi, Gaurav, correct answers, guys. Okay, now we are going to do some more challenging question, and I'm going to test how much you have understood the concepts. And you can always ask your doubts. If you have any doubts, you can always ask your doubts. But let's try this one now. What's your answer? 6. Yes, it's a long question, but it's easy, right? A class consists of 30 students. Each of them has registered for 5 courses. Each student 5 courses. Each course instructor conducts an exam out of 200 marks. Total marks is 200. The average percentage marks of all 30 students across all the courses they have registered for is 80%. Two of them apply for reevaluation in a course. If none of their marks reduce and the average of all 30 students across all courses becomes 80.02%, the minimum possible increase in the marks for either of the two students is it says the maximum possible increase, maximum possible. So whatever increase there is, unless that increase is like exceeding 200, we can definitely take that increase for one student only, correct? What's the increase? So from 80%, it's 80.02%. The deviation, what's the deviation? 0.02%. 0.02% of what? So 30 student, each student 5 courses, and each course maximum marks is 200. Right? This is what we are talking about, the deviation of, and 80% of this, 80% of this. So the deviation is nothing but 0.02%, correct? So this 0.02% of nothing but this, because 80% of this and 80.02% of this. So we just need to find it. So this will be equal to 2 upon 1000 4 zeros into 30 into 5 into 200. So 1 0 cancelled out, 0, 5 into 2, 10, that is equal to 6. The total increase in the marks is nothing but 6. We can distribute it into 2 people, 2 students, or we can distribute it to only 1 student, and then it will be maximum, which is 6. Now you can see it says 2 of them apply for reevaluation in a course. If none of them their marks reduce, the average of all 30 students across courses becomes this. Now if instead of maximum, if it was minimum, then can you tell me what would be the answer? What would be the answer instead of maximum possible increase in marks for either of the 2 students? And in fact, we can yes, we can keep the question same, है ना? Maximum की जगह बस minimum कर सकते हैं, and what will be the increase? Minimum increase. No, it's not 3. It will be 0, right? If maximum is 6, minimum will be 0, because total increase is 6. One student can have an increase of 0, and one student can have an increase of 6, correct? So minimum will be 0. That's it, as simple as that. Chalo, let's try this one now. Srinivas, yes, we can increase 0 as an increase. Yes, we can definitely consider 0. $210. No, 210 is not correct. 144. Yes, 144 is the correct answer. The average of 5 distinct integers is 110 and the smallest number among them is 100. The maximum possible value of the largest integer, what we can say, the largest integer will be equal to the total of this 5 into 110 minus the smallest is 100. As we want to maximize only one of the number, we will have to minimize the rest of the numbers and all the integers are distinct. So next list integer will be 101, then the next list will be 102 and then the next will be 103. These are the 4 numbers. So 550 minus 406. So maximum, the largest possible integer will be 144. है ना? Saloni, Harsh, Gaurav, Soumya, correct answers. That means we are doing good, है ना? Okay, I am going a little bit faster today because I want to cover as many questions as possible. Okay, guys. But if you have any doubts in any of the questions, you can always ask. Okay. Then let's try this one. This is a very beautiful question, and how do you solve it? That is really important. So what's your answer? 3150. Okay, let's check this. Let 50 distinct positive integers be chosen such that the highest among them is 100 and the average of the largest 25 integers among them exceeds the average of the remaining integers by 50. The maximum possible value of the sum of all the 50 integers. So we have two groups of numbers, the least 25 A1, A2 till A25. These are the least 25. Then A26, A27 till A50. These are the max 25. If I want to maximize the possible sum of values, what can we do? We need to maximize these, because the average of these 25, if the average of these 25 is A, the average of these 25 is A plus 50, correct? What will be the maximum average here? Maximum average will be when I take all the maximum possible numbers. So starting with 100, 100 is maximum possible, I can take 99, then 98, and then till 76. And what will be the average? In these case, what will be the average? Average will be equal to, as these numbers are consecutive, we can take them in AP, arithmetic progression. And whenever numbers are in arithmetic progression, the average is either the median or first term plus last term by 2. That is equal to 88. So average of these numbers is 88. The average of these numbers must be 38. 50 more, right? 50 more. So that's it. This is what we need to do. So maximum sum will be equal to 25 into 38, as this is the average, plus 88. So what is this value? 25 into, this is 126, correct? That is equal to 3150. So that's your answer, 3150. Soumya, Gaurav, Saloni, correct answers. Hello Ankita, good evening. Okay, now if you think how is that possible, these 38, it can be possible in multiple ways. What you need to do, you can choose some numbers from 1 to 75, you need to choose 25 numbers where average is 38, है ना? Or in quickly, if you want to find those numbers, one of the possible values, then you can decrease 50 in each of these numbers, you will get your answer, like 26, 27, 28, 29 till 50. One of the possibilities 26, 27, 28, 29 till 50. But there could be other possibilities as well. Other possibilities as well. So on that basis also there could be some questions given, like what is the maximum difference within these 25 numbers, any two numbers difference. So 75 and 1 is also possible, right? There will be 25 numbers. We need to take those 25 numbers such that their average is 38, and you will see that 1 plus 25 is nothing but 76, average is 38. 2, 74, average is 38. 3, so in that case we can take 12 pairs, and one number I can take 38. So the maximum difference between any two numbers in this group, if this is asked, okay, such that the maximum sum can be achieved, is 38 will be 74, है ना? इसी क्वेश्चन को हम तोड़ के एक अलग क्वेश्चन बना सकते हैं. So that's not the only one possibility that these numbers are 26, 27, 28 till 50. There could be more possibilities as well. Is that clear to everyone what I am talking about, apart from just the answer? What we are talking about here, it could be given that if the sum of these numbers are maximum possible, what is the maximum difference between any two numbers out of these 25 numbers, है ना? 25 numbers in the first group with lesser average, correct? Okay. Okay, then let's move on to the next one. Let's try this. Now this is a good question. High chance of mistake if you don't solve this carefully. चलो बताओ आंसर इसका जल्दी. इतना टाइम तो नहीं लगना चाहिए, इतना भी मुश्किल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ये, है ना. ओके चलो देखते हैं, है ना. ये क्वेश्चन उतना भी मुश्किल नहीं है. देखो, द एवरेज मार्क्स ऑफ 6 स्टूडेंट्स इन अ टेस्ट इज 64. तो टोटल निकाल सकते हैं ना. टोटल विल बी इक्वल टू 64 इंटू 6 विच इज इक्वल टू 384. 60 इंटू 6 360 प्लस 24. All the students got different integral marks. One of the students obtained 70 marks. All the other students scored 40 or above. The maximum possible difference between the second highest and the second lowest marks is. So we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? We need to find the maximum difference between these two. Let's say these are in decreasing order, है ना. These are in decreasing order, these numbers, because they are distinct, right? This will be the second lowest and this will be the second highest. We need to maximize the difference, maximum difference. This is what we need to find, right? This is what we need to find, correct? So what do? See, it says that One of the students got 70. All other students score 40 or above. So we will have to keep 70 somewhere. We will have to maximize this and we will have to minimize this. So minimize, we can take this 40 and the minimum value of second lowest will be 41. One of the values is 70. We need to maximize this one as well as we need to maximize this one. We will keep it as it is. One of the values must be 70. So I can take one more term. I can take this 42 and I can take this 70. Till now we have the minimum sum. Now I can maximize these two, right? And if I want to maximize this, I must take this as x and this as x plus 1. Right? 1 greater. 1 से ज़्यादा difference क्या होगा maximum के लिए? Second highest, 1 less than highest. So if you add this, what we can say? 40 plus 41 plus 42 plus 70 plus x plus 1 is equal to 384, or 2x is equal to 2x is nothing but 40 40 40 120 123 124 plus 70 194. This will become 190, or x is equal to 95. So the maximum value of the second highest number will be 95. So the maximum difference that we are looking for will be equal to 95 minus 41, that is equal to 54. So the answer is option B. है ना? That's the answer, है ना? Harsh and Dev, Anit, Ankita got correct. समझ में नहीं आया सुकल्पा? Okay. See, is that clear that we need to minimize this number and we need to maximize this number? Is that clear? बताओ. Now one of the number is given which is 70, है ना? One of the number is given which is 70. We have 6 numbers. If I want to minimize, see, it says 40 or above. The least number that you can take is 40. Second least that you can take is 41. One of the number must be 70. Correct? Now we have 3 more numbers. I need to maximize this one. So the greatest one will be maximum with respect to that. The third number we can adjust. We can take the minimum value of the third number. Third lowest number, right? Third lowest number, what we can take? Lowest is 40, second lowest is 41. If I want to maximize the rest of the 2 numbers, I must take third lowest as 42. है ना? So if you add all this, the sum of these numbers is nothing but, so 123, 193, 193, right? Now out of 384, if you subtract 193, what are you getting? 191. So the highest and the second highest, sum of these 2 numbers will be 191, right? Odd, sum is odd, so we can take 2 consecutive numbers. The highest one must be greater than the second highest by at least 1, right? So that's it, 191. So 190 by 2 is 95. Those 2 numbers we can take 95 and 96. This I can take 96, this I can take 95. In that way only we can maximize the difference between these 2 numbers, right? Only in this way we can maximize the difference. Batao, is that clear now? Clear? Okay. ठीक है. All right. Then let's try this one. Is it 4? Is it 4.333? Is it 4.666? Okay, let's see. It says in a village there are only 3 sizes of families. Families with 2 members, families with 4 members, families with 6 members. The proportion of families with 2, 4 and 6 members are roughly equal. Means number of families with 2 members is equal to the number of families equal to 4 members, which is equal to the number of families with 6 members. A poll is conducted in this village wherein a person is chosen at random and asked about her family size. The average family size computed by sampling 1000 such persons from the village would be closest to. So we need to find average. This is nothing but the weighted average. See what will happen if you take a sample of 12 people. So 2 people plus 4 people plus 6 people. There are 12 people. Out of these 12 people, 2 people will be part of this family, 4 people will be part of this family and 6 people will be part of this family. So 2 by 12, the weight of these people is 1 by 6 of any numbers that is given. 1000 is not relevant here. It could be any numbers that is given. Then 4 by 12, 1 by 3 and 6 by 12, that is equal to 1 by 2. These are nothing but the weights. These are nothing but the weights, the average. So what we can say, the number that we are looking for out of 1000 such persons, the 1 by 6 person will say that the number of people is 2. 1 by 3 people will say that the number of people is equal to, number of people in her family is equal to 4, and 1 by 2 people will say that the number of people in their family is 6. So this is nothing but the weighted average, 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2. This is nothing but 1, right? This is nothing but 1. So this is equal to 2 by 6, 1 by 3 plus 4 by 3 plus 6 by 2. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4.667. That's the correct answer. Answer is option B. Just the weightage average, nothing else. Weighted average का ही ये क्वेश्चन है कि जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो कितनी है आउट ऑफ 1000 पीपल, 1 out of 1000 people, 1 by 6 people will belong to 2 member families, 1 by 3 people will belong to 4 members family, 1 by 2 people will belong to 6 members family. Last wala part, this one. See, if there are 12 people, 12 people, each family, one family of 2 members, one family of 4 members, one family of 6 members. So if we are taking only 12 people, what will happen? 2 members are from 2 member family. So 2 out of 12, 1/6 of the people will be from 2 members family, 1/3 of the people will be 4 members family. क्या कह सकते हैं? अगर ज़्यादा नंबर ले लो, मान लो कि there are 36 people. So out of these 36 people, some people are from 2 member family, some people are from 4 member family, some people are from 6 member family, and number of families of each kind is equal. X is equal to 3. So there will be 3 families of 2 members, 3 families of 4 members, 3 families of 6 members. Number of members in these families, 2 member families, total number of members 2 into 3, 6. 6 out of 36. If you take any number, 1/6 of the people will be from 2 member families. 1/6 of the people, of all the people, 1/6 of the people will be from 2 members family, and they will answer that they are from 2 members family, right? So that's why 1 by 6, and they will say 2. 1 by 3 into 4, 1 by 2 into 6. Okay? All right. It's just about the weighted average. We are finding what is the weight of these particular group of members and what their answer will be. According to their answers, we are finding the average. Okay guys, chalo, let's try one question from mixtures and alligation. सुकल्पा 7 to 9 क्लास चल रही है क्रैश कोर्स की. 7 to 9 PM क्रैश कोर्स लाइव क्लास, 10 to 12 PM क्रैश कोर्स एप्लीकेशन क्लास, है ना. लेट नाइट क्लासेस, यस समटाइम्स इट हैपन्स, है ना, बट नॉट एवरी डे. उसका फीस कितना है सुकल्पा? यू कैन गो टू आवर वेबसाइट, okay, because we have started crash course and it has been 2 weeks I guess, so प्राइस तो काफ़ी कम हो गई होगी, बट दैट कुड रियली हेल्प इन योर प्रिपरेशन बिकॉज अभी भी बहुत सारे क्लासेस होने बाकी हैं, है ना. जस्ट गो टू iQuanta.in एंड यू कैन चेक द प्राइस. So क्या है इसका आंसर? A mixture of water and milk contains 60% milk. In 60 liters of such mixture, how many liters of water is required to increase the percentage of water to 50%? So what we are doing? We are, in this case, we have 40% water, right? We have 40% water. So we have 40% water, which is being mixed with 100% water to get 50% water. Correct? 100 minus 50 is 50, 50 minus 40 is 10. So the ratio should be 5:1, and this is 60 liter. This is 60 liter. Let's say this is x liter. So what we can say, 60 upon x is 5/1, or x is equal to 12 liters. That's it. Correct? So 12 liter is the correct answer. This is how you use alligation. You don't need to form any kind of equations. If you understand it properly, you can use alligation in these type of questions as well. Okay guys, chalo, let's try this one. This is a really good question. यश, इस क्लास के स्टार्ट में हमने ये डिस्कस किया है ना, क्रॉस वाला मेथड कैसे क्या करना है. वैसे बहुत ही ईजी है ये. कहीं भी मान लो कि कुछ बॉयज़ हैं, ठीक है, एंड कुछ गर्ल्स हैं, एंड द स्कोर्स दैट बॉयज़ गॉट इज 60. एवरेज स्कोर ऑफ ऑल द बॉयज इज 60. एवरेज स्कोर ऑफ ऑल द गर्ल्स इज 80. ठीक है, and the average score of the group boys and girls taken together, let's say this average is 74. Then what is the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls? देखो ऐसे करेंगे. 80 minus 74 is 6. 80 minus 74 is equal to 6. Then 74 minus 60 is equal to 14. This ratio boys is to girls, this will denote for boys, this will denote for girls. So boys is to girls is 6:14. That is equal to 3:7. As easy as that. इतना कुछ ही है. Yes. Okay. Whenever you have three similar kind of averages given, you can use this alligation method, the cross method, है ना. alloy S is wrongly printed. No, that is correctly printed. This is A is to B, है ना? These two alloys are mixed in the proportion of A is to B. A new alloy R is formed which has equal contents of copper and zinc. The proportion of copper, ठीक है? S is correctly printed. So, this question says an alloy P has copper and zinc in the proportion of 5:2. So, copper upon pink, we take the ratio of copper upon P total. So, 5/7. Copper upon alloy P is 5/7. While another alloy Q has the same metals in the proportion 3:4. So, what we can say, copper upon Q is equal to 3/7. Okay. If these two alloys are mixed in the proportion of A is to B by weight, a new alloy R is formed which has equal contents of copper and zinc. Equal contents of copper and zinc means copper and zinc is 1:1. 1:1, meaning copper upon R is equal to 1/2. So, we have three similar averages, right? We have P, we have Q. In case of P, copper is 5/7. In case of Q, copper is 3/7. And in case of R, the copper is 1/2. So, we can use the alligation. We can use the ratio in which P and Q are being mixed. So, how do we solve this easily? How do we solve this quickly? So, let's try to make the denominator same in each case. This I can make 10/14. This I can make 6/14. This I can make 7/14. Now, the base is same. In each of these values, the base is same. We can simply ignore it. What will be the ratio? So, 6 minus 10 minus 7. This will be 10 minus 7, which is equal to 3. This will be 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1. So, P is to Q are being mixed in the ratio of 1:3, or they are being mixed in A is to B. So, A is to B is equal to 1:3. So, what will be B is to A? B is to A will be equal to 3:1, and this is what it says in this question. Then the proportion of copper and zinc in the alloy S formed by mixing the two alloys P and Q in the proportion of B is to A by weight is. Now, P is being mixed 3 units, Q is being mixed 1 unit. Then what will be the ratio of copper to zinc in that mixture? And that mixture is known as, that alloy is known as S, right? So, what we can say, copper upon S will be equal to, so in P, copper is 5/7. In Q, copper is 3/7 divided by 3 plus 1. This will be the copper with respect to the alloy S. That is nothing but 15 plus 4, 15 plus 3, 18/28, and that is equal to, copper upon S is equal to 18/28, or copper upon S is equal to 9/14. 9/14. This is nothing but copper upon copper plus zinc in S, right? So, what we can say, copper upon zinc, if this is 9, this will be 5. This is the ratio that we are looking for. So, the answer is option C. ठीक है, दिवाली अच्छी थी आर्यन, थैंक यू. कैसा रहा आप लोगों का दिवाली? ज़्यादा परेशान तो नहीं हुए? इंजॉय तो किया ना दिवाली? ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन, नॉट दैट वन, नॉट दैट मच, बट हाँ थोड़ा बहुत तो है. ऑफ कोर्स जो लैंग्वेज है और जो लेंथ है क्वेश्चन का, वो थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज कर सकता है. अदर देन दैट, इफ़ यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट एलिगेशन कॉन्सेप्ट, then this question can be solved easily. and this can be done, I guess, within 2 minutes, right? Okay. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. I'll be back very soon with another topic and more questions to practice. Okay. So thank you for joining us. Bye bye. Good night.